Hi everyone, my name is Matt. I'm the youth and family pastor at Cornerstone Church in Marshfield. I'm here today with your Cornerstone Connection, a daily devotional. I'd love it if you join me in Psalm 99. And as you make your way there, what you're going to find as you get there is there's a subtitle for this psalm, and it is entitled, "The Lord our God is Holy." Now, I'm going to give you a pop quiz as we begin. That word holy, it has a very specific meaning. Do you know what the word holy means? If you were to define it, what is its definition? Well, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's a very short definition. The word holy is this. It means this: set apart. Holy, set apart. And what we're going to see today is in Psalm 99, we'll read it all the way through, is that our God, in case you didn't know it already, He is holy, He is set apart, He is one of a kind. And we'll read this through, we'll see that clearly, and then offer a couple of comments as we close. So here's what it says, Psalm 99, "The Lord our God is holy. The Lord reigns, let the peoples tremble. He sits enthroned upon the cherubim, let the earth quake. The Lord is great in Zion. He is exalted over all the peoples. Let them praise your great and awesome name. Holy, set apart is He." Verse 4, "The king in his might loves justice. You have established equity. You have executed justice and righteousness in Jacob. Exalt the Lord our God. Worship at his footstool. Holy, set apart is He." Verse 6, "Moses and Aaron were among his priests. Samuel also was among those who called upon his name. They called to the Lord, and He answered them. In the pillar of the cloud He spoke to them. They kept His testimonies and the statute that He gave them. O Lord our God, You answered them. You are a forgiving God to them, but an avenger of their wrongdoings. Exalt the Lord our God and worship at His holy mountain, for the Lord our God is holy." Which, of course, again means set apart. Here's what I want to offer to us today in our Cornerstone Connection as we look at Psalm 99. The lesson is quite simple. God is one of a kind. In case you didn't know it, there is no one, and there never will be anyone, that is on the same playing field as our God. Again, He is holy, He is set apart, He is one of a kind. As it says in verse 2, He is exalted over all the peoples. Not some. It's not as if some He's over and then there's others who join Him. No, He's exalted over all the peoples. His name, as it says in verse 3, is great and awesome. In verse 4, we're told that He is the King. It's a capital K, talking about God. In His might, He loves justice, fairness. He's established equity. And He brings justice and righteousness to Jacob, to Israel, to His people. Verse 6 might be my favorite. The psalmist refers to three of the characters in Israel's story that for those who would hear this psalm read and sang, they would recognize these three names right away. Their names were Moses and his brother Aaron, and then you had Samuel the prophet. And the Israelites, if they were to hear these names in this psalm, they would go, wow, those guys were leaders of our people. They were leaders of our faith in our relationship with God. Like, they are to be elevated. They are to be platformed. They are three of a kind, if you will. And yet what Psalm 99 helps us see is that there is no man, no woman, no teenager, no kid that is on the same playing field. God is one of a kind. As the psalmist goes on, he talks about how even these three prominent men in Israelites' history, they needed forgiving, which means they made mistakes and they needed God's forgiveness. You see, they weren't holy and perfect like God. And that is the same for all of us, right? We can easily exalt ourselves in today's day and age, right? We can even easily exalt others. And sometimes this happens in the church, right? The term celebrity pastors, you may have heard that before. There are pastors who have a big platform and they reach a lot of people with their preaching and their teaching. But oftentimes the problem is that we elevate them, we exalt them, we put them on a platform where they don't belong, where it's almost like their voice is God himself. And that's just not the case. Again, God is holy. He is set apart. He is one of a kind. And so, friends, take great comfort. Take great encouragement. Find strength. Find peace. Find calm. Find rest. That you follow a God and the God who is one of a kind. He is holy. He is set apart. And he loves you. And he wants to walk with you through your life. Friends, have a great day, and we'll see you next time on the Cornerstone Connection.